Hi, welcome back. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm working on a little project here. It's a Christmas tree garland for my daughter, and it's made out of, well, crochet, and they're just a granny square that I have folded over and sewn shut, and I just attached a little stem, and now I'm just threading them through onto some twine, and there you go. Christmas tree garland. What do you think? Do you think it's cute? I like it. It's colorful. I love the red and greens at Christmas. So yeah, I've seen them done this way. I've seen them done where they're just a solid color granny square, and I just thought it was cute. She needs to replace the pumpkin garland I made her, so yeah, I decided to make this for her. So we'll see how she likes it. I think she'll like it. She likes everything I send her. She's good that way. My other daughter has exquisite taste. Like she's, oh, they're both kind of that way. They don't like thrifted stuff too much. They like to buy, they like non-pre-owned, put it that way. And, but the one I'm making this for, she likes the handcrafted look, whereas my other daughter is more, she has more expensive taste, I guess. She doesn't want any of my handcrafted junk in her house, to put it nicely. She's like, no, don't send me anything. I don't want it. Okay, just know you're inheriting my whole craft room when I'm gone. It's funny, because she is crafty. She is a crafty girl. But I mean, she's high-end crafty. Like, I wished I'd have taken a picture of the pumpkins she made for her outdoor display. Oh my gosh, they were amazing. Just amazing. They were hanging on the tree in her front yard, and they were just so gorgeous. Okay, I can't even describe them to you. They were so beautiful, but yeah. Anyways, this is for my other daughter, the one who likes handcrafted stuff. So I'll send them like this with a long piece of string, and she can hang it how she likes and spread them out how much she wants to. So anyways, just wanted to show you that. That's a fun little thing I've been working on. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Now the other thing I've been working on is part 2 of those ornaments. So they were really nice. I did like them, but when I set them down and stood back, I wasn't crazy for them. So me being impulsive as I can be, obviously I'm not too good at this DIY stuff, because if I'd have been smart, I would have left them the way they were and flipped them over and done something different on this side if I didn't like this side. But no, what I went and did, all impulsive like, is just paint right over them, you know. And they weren't easy to paint over. Once the paint was on there, I don't know if it's because of the stain underneath or what, but they did not like getting painted over. Like, you can see how it's very patchy looking. So I've got to redo this. This is probably 5 or 6 coats of paint now, trying to cover over the stuff I'd done before. So here I go. I'm gonna try and sit down here and paint over this one again, because when I was looking at them, I decided I kind of did think they looked like Christmas cookies. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint them up like Christmas cookies and just leave them out, like, you know, in all those house shows where they, you know, redo kitchens and stuff, and there's that plate of cookies on the counter. You know they're fake. They're just fake cookies or cakes or whatever. Loaf of bread, like as if it sat out there for months while the house is being sold. So you know it's fake, and so these are just going to be my fake display cookies, because I really don't need any more ornaments on my tree. You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I think you are. So, yeah, this is, well, I'm saying it's part 2 of the first version I did of these, but I'm not even sure I can find the video. I went to upload it yesterday and it's not on my phone. So, okay, I got freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, first I can't get on screen. I can't film so it's showing up on screen. Now I can't find my footage. Well, I think what's happened is maybe I've already put it on my computer. Maybe I downloaded it and then deleted it off my phone. So I'm hoping that's true. If that's true, you're going to see part 1 of this video. If it's not true, you're going to be like, what is she talking about? Part 2. There's just no part 1. So, the life of a YouTuber. It's crazy. It's so hard to keep track and to stay like, okay, is this today? Is this tomorrow? You won't see this today. You'll see it tomorrow. So to me, that's yesterday. Like, you know, it's too much. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I love crafting, and even if nobody cares, I love it. Oh, okay. Obviously, I've already painted that part that I grabbed. Focus, focus. So how was your weekend? Because when I'm filming this, it's now Monday. And my weekend was okay. It didn't go as I had planned. I had been prepared to be out of town again because my husband had seen a car he really liked, really wanted. It's a dream car he's always wanted. And I thought we were going to go buy it. Like, I was prepared to go. And I figured, okay, this is his little midlife crisis. And we had seen the car a few weeks ago. We had gone to Saskatoon and looked at it. Don't even ask me what is this brand of car? I don't know. I don't know. It was silver with a nice black interior. I know it wasn't, like, it's not new. It's old. But not vintage old. It's like, I don't know, from the early 2000s. So, you know, it had a lot of miles on it, but it was in great condition. Had all the bells and whistles. And it was his dream car. He's dreamt of having one of these cars forever. And when it came up and was almost within our budget, like it was $10,000. And so, I mean, it's not like we have $10,000 just sitting around. We'd have to get a line of credit or something. But we could afford, at this point in our lives, we could afford it. We can afford to do something crazy like that, you know. We wouldn't be able to travel, which is my dream. But, you know, as we test drove it, and then he went in to talk to the guy about it. And I texted him from the car and said, it's your dream. You only live once. Life is short. Just get it. Don't overthink it, just get it. So, okay, we went home, talked about it. I told him how I felt. I think you should get it. You know, life's short. And, but he's such a practical man. He's such a practical man. He does not do things impulsively. So he sat and thought about it for a couple weeks, and the guy lowers his price. Oh, geez, doesn't that make it even more appealing? Okay, these I think are pretty much dry. I think I might want one more coat though. They're not as crisp white as I want. Like, you can still see where my original dots and stuff were. So I'm gonna go over it again while I'm telling you this tale. Okay, so the guy lowers his price. So we go back again to Saskatoon to look at it. Take it for another drive. This time I get to drive it. It was pretty fun. It's a sporty sedan. That's all I can tell you. Silver. And so anyways, yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, like, I think we can do this. Well, the next day, driving home, he sees a leak under my car. What he thinks is a leak. Oh, that changes everything. I mean, now, come on. We have serious issues here. If there's a leak under my car, and my car has about 440,000 kilometers on it. So it doesn't owe us a dime. It's the best car we ever had. It's a 2011 Ford Edge. And I love it. It's just a great, reliable car. Just perfect. So we've decided we're going to drive that thing till it drops. Well, all of a sudden it's dropping oil or something. Something's leaving a drip. Okay, that's it. He's not buying the car. He's not buying the other car. Okay. If that's how you feel. So he takes my car apart, puts on the winter tires, and while he's doing that, he's looking for this leak. Well, he can't find it. He can't find it. So, meanwhile, Buddy lowers his price one more time. Now it's $8,000. Oh my gosh, that's very tempting, because that's what we were going to offer originally. Like, we weren't going to pay the full 10. We were going to try to lowball him. Uh-oh, now he's lowered it himself to 8,000. Well, in my brain, I'm like, okay, what's wrong with this car? Like, anybody else selling this car they're asking for 12. This guy's lowered it to 8. Well, my husband's wheels are turning now. He's really thinking about it. So I was like, okay, I think he's like, this weekend, I think maybe we should go get that car. Okay. So anyways, he can't find the leak on my car, which is good. That's good news. And we'd been invited to a Grey Cup party because it was Grey Cup in Canada on the weekend, but I declined because I thought for sure we were gonna be gone. And long story short, we ended up staying home. I guess he decided not to get the car. He's just too practical. And I think he's thinking like me, like, what is wrong with this? I'm just trying to pour a little more paint into my dish. What's wrong with this car? Why has he lowered the price so much? So, yeah. Needless to say, we stayed home. I didn't do any crafting except for outside. I did some foraging, and I mean, you saw me out in the yard doing a little walk around, and I made a wreath for my outside door with tree branches and pine branches, and yeah, it turned out okay. I didn't film me doing that because it was messy, and it was outside, and it was cold, and yeah. But in the end, it turned out pretty cute, and it's hanging on my garage door, our garage door. And what else did I do? Oh, I also Oh, I mean, the smell of the pine was so nice. Oh, I love that smell. Fresh cut pine. So I made up a few other displays. I put some lanterns down, going down the stairs to our, that are at our front door. And I spread pine boughs all around them. And yeah, I just need to go to town and get some ribbon and stuff to finish them off. But it's going to be quite pretty, I think. Okay, I think this one is looking pretty good. I don't really think I need, I mean, you can still see the dots, but I think once I put my top coat on, and for my top coat, I was thinking of doing what looks like sprinkles, you know, like as if these are iced cookies. Well, when I make iced cookies, I put sprinkles on them. I don't know why, just to jazz them up, because plain white is just boring. So maybe we will make some sprinkle marks on here. Okay, that one looks good. This one needs a little bit more. I really hope I'm on camera. Yes, yay. Yeah, so missed the Grey Cup party. Sorry, Kim. Sorry to my friend Kim who invited us. Once I realized we weren't going, it's not like, I didn't feel like I could phone her up and say, after I'd already declined, phone her up and say, oh, by the way, our plans changed. Can we still come and mooch off you food and drink and watch the Grey Cup party? And our team wasn't even in it, so it was kind of like, if the Rough Riders had been playing, and Kim and Rob are Rough Rider fans too, I may have done that. I may have just phoned her and, or texted her and said, hey, our plans changed. Can we still come? But I thought it was kind of not a nice thing to do after you've declined. Phone back and say, oh, after all, we are in town. So I stayed home all weekend, putzed around the yard, and that was fun. That was good. I enjoyed that. I loved being outside. The weather was really nice, actually. Well, I'm just a chatty Cathy today. I don't think I've taken a breath. Pause here for silence. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I watched the Grey Cup, but it was whatever, boring. If your team isn't in it, it's kind of like, meh. I mean, Winnipeg has been in it the last 3 years, so that's boring. I mean, unless you're a Winnipeg fan. But they got their hearts broken because they lost again 3 years in a row. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, I feel their pain. I know what that's like. It's not funny. But, and then Toronto won. So I have no interest in the Eastern teams at all. So we watched it, but I was kind of like crocheting at the same time and not really paying attention. Just a little bit. I watched it because it's tradition, right? Like, we always watch it. We always watch the Grey Cup. I always watch the Grey Cup and the Stanley Cup. And I watch the Super Bowl halftime show. Those are my 3 biggies. The halftime show this year at the Grey Cup was the Jonas Brothers. And honestly, I mean, I can name 2 of them. I know Nick is the one that's the actor, I think, / singer, and I think Joe is the little dark hairy one that was married to Sophie Turner, I think. That's all I know. I'm not a big Jonas Brothers fan, and I didn't even know what they sang. But there was a couple songs that they were singing. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was them. Okay, oh, yeah, all right, that's them. But did they make me a fan? No. Can't say they did. I thought they were a pretty boring act, to be honest. And this is just me and maybe a few 100,000 other Canadians, but I feel like it's the Canadian Grey Cup
It's our Super Bowl, and they should have a Canadian band playing at the Grey Cup. That's just how I feel. One year they had Bieber, Justin Bieber, because they were trying to attract the younger audience. And I mean, I liked it. I love Justin Bieber. I think he's just the cutest little guy. Well, he's not little, is he now? I remember him when he first came out with his little funky hairdo, and he was so cute. And he's still such a talent. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a believer, But anyways, yeah, that was kind of a flop, that show. I remember that one. I remember Shania Twain coming out on, was it a dog sled? Ugh, it was whatever. I'm not a Shania Twain fan either. I think she's overrated, but I mean, she's Canadian, so I give her props for that. They at least had a Canadian act. The best Grey Cup show I saw on TV was the year Blue Rodeo sang the Grey Cup, and we were winning. Saskatchewan Roughriders were playing, and we were playing Montreal, and we were winning at halftime. We were complete underdogs. It was a great game. Blue Rodeo sang, if we're lost together, and I just thought that was beautiful. And I mean, I was so behind my team, and it was just a magical moment. And that was the year of the 13th man. Remember, guys? Remember? If you are a Canadian football fan, you remember the Saskatchewan 13th man. We got called on the last play of the game for having too many men on the field, and we lost. We lost the game. It still chokes me up to talk about it. I can't talk about it. Anyways, that was my favorite Grey Cup act, was Blue Rodeo. I still love Blue Rodeo. Never seen them live, but I that would be cool. I would like to. Okay, which other one looks... Oh, this one looks like it needs just a little more. Yeah, so that was my weekend. What was your weekend like? Here it was sort of warm. Like, it was like +1. They said it was going to be +6 yesterday, but it didn't get that high. It was +1. And, you know, you saw my video. I'm sure you saw my video where my 7-minute video. It wasn't that long, so go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's just a little tiny walkthrough of my yard. So, you know, it was a nice day, and I thought I'd share it. And, yeah. So, almost 300 I was going to say almost 300,000 subscribers on my channel. That's right, almost 300,000 subscribers. Make sure you click like and subscribe. No, that's a big fat lie. I only have almost 300, so woohoo! Woohoo! Taking over the world, one subscriber at a time. If you love crafting, if you love watching people craft, if you love reality television crafting, because I make all kinds of mistakes and I leave it all there for the world to see. I don't correct it. Well, I try to correct it, but there's nothing fake on this channel, okay? What you get is what you see. And what you will never see is my face, I'm hoping. If you see my face, that's a mistake, because my goal is to never show my face, because I just don't think you need to see me blabbing. You hear it, that's enough. You don't need to see me actually doing it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So they all now are looking pretty covered. Did this one need more? Are you wet? Okay, one more. This might have been the last one, because now I can't tell where that other one is. That one that was kind of... Oh, no, this wasn't the last one. Ooh, I'm getting right sloppy here with it now. My paint's getting thicker and goopy, and my brush is so thick it doesn't make a nice crisp line anymore. So how am I going to make sprinkle looks on this? I need something small that looks like the shape of a sprinkle that I can just dip into the paint and apply it. Bam, bam, bam. That would be ideal. Probably don't have anything like that. Racking my brain trying to think of what I could use. I hope these look cute on my display. I've started slowly decorating for Christmas. I can't do it all at once. It's too overwhelming. First, I feel like I have to clean, you know. I can't just decorate. I have to clean the area first because my house is kind of a mess right now. Anybody who knows me is going, yeah, right. Sure, your house is a mess. Well, it is, okay? Trust me. I have pets. I have cats, and there's fur involved, so yeah. So I clean the space first before I lay down my decor, and so I do it in little stages. Okay, we're gonna let these dry, and I'll go see if I can find something to make marks. If I can't, we're just gonna freehand it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm nothing if I'm not the queen of indecision, because I've changed my mind about those ornaments. Check this out. I know it doesn't show up all the way. It's a wreath. It's I can't say it's a grapevine wreath because it's not grapevine. It's just some sticks from my yard, and I just kind of made a wreath out of them. I made 2 of them. Here's the other one. Look, this one even has a little baby pine cone on there. That's a real pine, a real, oh, I think it's a pine cone. I don't know what it is, but anyways, yeah, this was part of my foraging yesterday. I made these wreaths, and I wasn't sure what I'm gonna do with them. I think I'm gonna put it like that. But then I had this brainstorm. Instead of sprinkle cookies, what if I was to like tie these on or glue these on? Let's just see how it's gonna look. Maybe not all the way, maybe just a bit. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 3 there. I could spread them out more too. And I could do something else. I could get some ribbon or something. I want to make sure I have enough for both wreaths, because one's going to go on my shed and one's going to go on my other shed. See, that's 2, 4, okay, so I have 5. I have enough for each wreath to have 5. Ah, that's kind of cool. I like it. It stands out, right? Like it really pops. And the doors on my sheds are dark. So that's a possibility, you guys. Let's see how this one would look. I think this one I'm gonna go like that. It's not quite round. Let's see. I have more stars on this one than I do snowflakes. If I was to put these on here, like that, oh, I think I'm gonna do that. Because if I do the cookie idea, it's a great idea. I'm not opposed to it. But I think it's just one more thing for my cats to knock off the counter. So I think instead I'll do this. Don't know if I'm going to put a ribbon at the top or anything. I might. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach these. I'm going to run to town,
buy some ribbon, run back, and then I'm going to show you, hopefully, these hanging outside, plus the lanterns, plus the other wreath I made. Ooh, I'm so excited. I think this idea is going to be great. My only other question is, do these need something in the center of them, or should I leave them? Well, it'll be a surprise. You'll have to watch to the end to see what I did. Okay, running to town. Be right back. So here's how my one display turned out with the lantern and the pine boughs, just very simple. And here's how my other lanterns turned out with the pine boughs. Look at my cat. And this ribbon says, Merry Christmas. Right? Right, Hobbs? Doesn't look so scary when he's wearing that. And here inside the house, they're not done yet. The glue hasn't dried, but I found some buttons that I glued to the center of the ornaments. So that's how that one looks. Once the glue's dried, I'll tie those on and hang it outside. And here's the other one. I think it turned out kind of cool, kind of tacky cute, right? Anyways, that's it for me for today, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.